Aloha, I'm Kellie Nakahara, and here are today's top Hawaii headlines from the editors at the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Also, huge mahalo to Longstrugs Hawaii for sponsoring the show. Head on over to your neighborhood Longstrugs for all your shopping needs. More today from the mass shooting that left 6 people dead and 6 more wounded at a Virginia Walmart earlier this week. Authorities say the store supervisor who shot and killed his co-workers left behind what he called a death note on his phone. In the note, Andre Bing apologized for the shooting while blaming others for mocking him. The note goes on for 11 paragraphs referencing non-traditional cancer treatments, songwriting, and a regret that his parents didn't pay enough attention to what he called a social deficit. Bing died at the scene from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. One witness claims Bing seemed to target specific employees and fired at some victims after they were on the ground. Another witness said he fired indiscriminately into a group of workers gathered for a meeting in a break room. Police say the 9mm handgun Bing used was legally purchased on the morning of the shooting. The location of Honolulu's new solid waste landfill is still up in the air. Honolulu Board of Water Supply Manager and Chief Engineer Ernie Lau has rejected Mayor Rick Bangiardi's request to place a landfill in one of 6 proposed sites. Each of the sites is located over the island's aquifer system and risks exposing the vital water resource to harmful chemical leaks. Lau, in a letter to the city, said the importance of Oahu's aquifer has never been more apparent and urged Bangiardi to consider alternative sites. He referenced last year's jet fuel spill from the Navy's Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility, which still is causing problems for local residents. The city is facing an end-of-year deadline to name a landfill site by order of the State Land Use Commission. The new dump would replace the island's only municipal landfill at Waimanalo Gulch on the west side of Oahu. The city is considering its next move and might appeal Lau's decision. A 31-year-old woman died and a 33-year-old man is in the hospital after they were caught in extremely cold weather while hiking in Utah's Zion National Park. The National Park Service said the married couple was on a permitted 16-mile hike through an area of the park known as the Narrows. Visitors reported an injured man and an unresponsive woman to shuttle drivers Wednesday morning. The Zion National Park search and rescue team responded and found the man being helped by other hikers on the trail. Rescuers found the woman further up the Narrows near the Virgin River. They administered emergency aid but determined she had died. The couple started their trip on Tuesday. The man told rescuers they became dangerously cold overnight and he went to get help Wednesday morning while the woman stayed behind. Her exact cause of death is being investigated. Chinese-Canadian pop star Kris Wu has been sentenced to 13 years in Chinese prison on charges that include rape. A Beijing court gave Wu 11 years and 6 months for a 2020 rape and 1 year and 10 months for a 2018 incident in which he and others allegedly assaulted 2 women they had gotten drunk. The court said the 3 victims in the rape case had also been drunk and were unable to consent. Wu was also hit with an $83.7 million fine for evading taxes by underreporting earnings. The 32-year-old former member of South Korean group EXO went to trial in June following an investigation into rape allegations made online. Wu will be immediately deported after serving his 13-year sentence. The U.S. men's national soccer team remains undefeated against England in World Cup play. The 2 teams faced off in group play today and tied 0-0. It was the second consecutive tie after a 1-1 draw in South Africa in 2010. England was the favorite, but the U.S. created a number of scoring chances during today's match. The 3 Lions also had chances to go ahead, but they also failed to convert. Coming into today's match with the U.S., England had won 8 of 11 international meetings with 2 draws. One of America's wins was a famous upset at the 1950 World Cup, a victory that still ranks as one of the team's greatest. England is still waiting for its first win after 3 World Cup matches against the U.S. England remains at the top of Group B after today's tie. The U.S. is third in the group and needs a win against Iran on Tuesday to advance to the round of 16. For more on these stories and all the latest headlines, subscribe to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Visit Hawaii's top source for breaking news online at staradvertiser.com and download the Star-Advertiser mobile app. Mahalo, have a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here next week.